Thank you for tuning in to I'm Mad as Hell and I'm Not Gonna Take It Anymore. I'm your host, Tito Love, and we're gonna bring you a great program. We're gonna talk about the real estate industry, subprime loans. We're gonna talk about the Saudi Arabians and their oil. We're gonna talk about health care, prejudice, religion, and abortion. But then we're going to talk to business owners. Is it still the right climate to start a business, continue a business, lay people off in unemployment, or add more like Walmart is doing? Are unions good or not? Should we have given the auto industry any money? The money that we're giving out through the stimulus, did it really work? We're going to answer your questions. I'm your host, Tito Love. We're mad as hell. We're not going to take it anymore. Today we have Paul Epstein. He's known as the People's Insurance Man, which means he can sell anywhere in California, especially in the high desert, up in the mountains, and all over the Inland Empire, and next year all over California. There's a couple questions I want to ask you.
Sure.
I want these to be official. Is the insurance industry facing a big hit or loss right now during the recession because of its high costs, or can the public still buy affordable insurance?
Well, you know, Tito, that's a good question. Everybody's facing a big hit. I mean, we're talking about the government, we're talking about the cities, the state, everybody, the banks. Of course, the insurance companies are taking a big hit. But yes, you can still buy insurance very reasonably. As a matter of fact, it's very, very cost effective.
Is that because they're overselling, or their prices are too high, or?
Well, insurance is cyclical, and right now it's pretty good.
What does cyclical mean?
Cyclical.
Well, if people are looking in, they're going to want to know.
Well, that means that sometimes the rates go up, and then when the rates go up, companies start getting more conservative, more cost efficient, trying to get more business, and the rate starts coming down. And then when it gets too cheap, it starts going back up again because they want to increase. But right now you can get a pretty good deal. There's special programs out there, depending on what your needs are, where you can get a good deal.
Well, what type of insurance do you sell? Health insurance, home insurance for your car?
I do not sell health insurance for your car, but I do sell health insurance. I sell car insurance, homeowners insurance. You got beautiful kids. Anyway, I sell all types of insurance, Tito. Mostly business insurance, but we do all types. I really think people ought to be looking at annuities today.
Why annuities?
Why annuities? Well, with today's economy, people are kind of looking for a safe place, a safe haven to put their money.
Yeah, because today, if I make a mistake in business, they can come after my personal assets and vice versa, right?
That's right.
How do I hide them? How do I protect my family?
Well, you got it. That's what this is all about.
Suppose these people are mean.
They are mean.
Oh, okay.
And they mean business. But the thing is that we've got to ask a lot of questions. We have to find out where your exposures are. We want to find out what you want to do about it. But basically, I want to be your advisor. I don't want to just sell you a policy, have you here sign here on the bottom line, write me a check. What are you getting covered for? You don't know? Well, maybe that's what the policy's worth. We don't know. So we got to ask a lot of questions. We got to do it right. If we don't do it right, we shouldn't do it at all.
Are they doing it differently now that there's a recession on? Actually, a mini depression. But are they doing it different than in the good old heydays?
Well, you know, I'm not old enough to remember the good old heydays like some of us, but
that's special.
It is very so. But with insurance today, you can get a great deal. The thing is, you got to buy the right product.
And everyone has to have insurance.
Well, not everybody has it, but you should have it. Let's see. Do you have a life?
I'm looking for one.
Okay. Well, if you got a life, you probably should have life insurance, and everybody's got one of those, so we know everybody needs life insurance. But did you know, like with life insurance, you can use it not only if you die, but if you live?
How can I do that?
Well, because depending on the type of life insurance you get, life insurance grows and it accumulates money inside the policy. It's a permanent type of policy versus a typical term life insurance policy that only covers a death benefit with no cash value. But you can use that money, you can borrow that money out later for retirement purposes. Secret Family Recipes,
the cookbook. And let me tell you about this. We have a 105-year-old eggnog from Noreen Havarella. We have people in the East, Midwest, and West Coast who've given their secret family recipes. Maybe in the future, You might want to put one in our next issue. And my email is Tito.love, spelled L-U-V, at Verizon.net. 1/3 of this book are food tips. 1/3 is what type of spice, salt, the pepper, gabis, bon appetit. And 1/3 are wine quiz questions and answer. You can email me at tito.luv@verizon.net. Bon appetit.
Hi, I'm Realtor Bob Bishop. Are you behind in your house payments? Did you know that if you get a foreclosure on your credit report, that it can affect your job prospects, your future for getting other car loans and credit cards and everything for up to 7 years? Don't let this happen to you. Call me today. I can help you with all the options that are available. 951-318-1952. Call today, 951-318-1952. I'm Realtor Bob Bishop, Exit Inland Realty.
So how do I know that you're not just one of these, like car salesmen, insurance men? You're just going to sell me a high policy so you can make some moolah on me.
Well, first of all, I know some car salesmen that are really good.
Oh,
And they would never cheat us.
Oh,
They've told me.
yeah, that's right.
And they do a good job. They work hard. But the thing is about an insurance agent or anybody, any professional, including your doctor, your lawyer, anybody, your insurance agent, are they listening to you? Are they asking you questions? Or are they just, here, sign here, give me some money?
Then my entire background, so they didn't come up with something special, a need for me individually.
I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. I'm going to find out, what do you really need? What do you need to cover? I know you. That's what you told me. But the thing is that we need to find out where you're coming from and where you want to go to. If you got a business, we got to find out what kind of business. I mean, is there pollution? Do you have something like an underground storage tank that might leak, where you would need to have pollution coverage?
So you do business and residential?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, before we leave, is there anything special you'd like to share with our viewers about the insurance industry? Because we want to entertain people, we want to educate them also.
I would say don't underestimate insurance. Don't underestimate what it can do for you, and don't underestimate that you need it.
And you can save money with it.
You can save money.
For the future.
Well, you know, you couldn't even operate a business if it wasn't for insurance. To America, business-wise, worldwide, you wouldn't have the foundation to rebuild or to protect yourself if you got sued. If you had a fire, you wouldn't be able to rebuild your business. If you had a fire and it put you and your business out of business, you wouldn't be able to pay your employees to help build up your business again. It's really the foundation of business today. Also personally, I mean, you lose your house. Well, you've seen in the fires that right out here in Anaheim Hills, we had terrible fires, and people are trying to rebuild their homes. Some people didn't have enough insurance. They had an insurance policy, but they didn't have enough. They didn't review it. Their
It's like you have to be prepared.
You got to be like a Boy Scout or a Girl.
Well, like that guy I knew, these two friends I knew went out camping, and one, when they're unpacking, he brought out these new $250 Nike shoes, and his friend said, "You can't outrun a bear with that." He said, "I don't have to outrun a bear. I just have to outrun you."
Yeah, and I'm pretty slow, so you can. I'm going to be food.
Well, what's the negative? So ask a negative question and answer it for yourself.
A negative
In
question?
other words, a killjoy, somebody who is going not to buy insurance, but at the same time, you know that it's going to cost them big money in the end. What would you handle? How would you handle that to them?
Well, okay. Well, as an example, sometimes I get a call from somebody saying, "I just hate insurance. You know, cost of health insurance is so high."
Well, everybody knows. Collect or whatever.
You got to die to collect your life insurance, and I just told you that part wasn't true. Yes, health insurance is expensive today. You know, we've got the president, and we've got Congress, and everybody talking about health insurance. You got to have it. Otherwise, you know, you're going to go through the public services, which might be okay, maybe not. But you and I pay for that, don't we?
You got that right.
Yeah, so we all pay for that. But the thing is if something terrible happens, you have to be able to make yourself whole again. Auto insurance, it's a law. You've got to have auto insurance if you're going to drive. You have to drive responsibly. Yet we have, what is it, 1 out of 5 that's not insured today in California? I don't know about other states. That's significant.
Well, people need your help today.
People need our help
It's a
today.
recession, they're hurting.
Absolutely. Some people want to let their insurance go because it's too expensive.
And they pay in the end.
Maybe there's some options they could look at before.
Like
they
what?
just, well, maybe they could take a higher deductible.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they could look and make sure they've got the proper coverages.
And if
maybe,
the car's paid off, maybe they can just get liability.
maybe they could just get liability. There's a whole bunch of options. But you know, too, sometimes people have their auto insurance with one company, and their home with another, and their life with somebody else, and their health with somebody else, and their business somewhere else. Then they've got their retirement plans somewhere else.
Well, shouldn't they come to you because you can put them with all the right people, and they only deal with one person?
And that's what I'm talking about. If you have a review and you've got
I read minds.
Yes, you're very good at it.
Thank you very much.
But yes, you're very good. But the thing is that if it's like you go to a doctor. Well, we just saw it happen with a famous entertainer, and I won't mention any names. We went to a bunch of different doctors, and what did they do? They all prescribed different medications. Unfortunately, that famous entertainer is gone now.
Yeah.
However, had one doctor known what the other doctor was
You know what,
prescribing,
that's right.
maybe that
I
wouldn't
agree.
have happened.
I
Well, listen,
agree.
do you think the health insurance and the life insurance and all of those other things, the auto and the home, had you put them all together and somebody knew, okay, well, this is what he's got. You know, if I put this and that together, there's a discount.
Is there a certain portion out of your pay you should just decide that you're going to, a certain percentage, like they say, know that a certain percentage goes towards your mortgage, or bada bing, bada boom, you know, or you can't do that until you tell me personally what I need?
Well, I can't just tell you what you need. And I'll tell you, as far as a certain percentage for your mortgage, that's a good question for a realtor.
Oh, okay. I talked to Bob
You
Bishop then.
need to talk to Bob
Yeah,
about
he
it.
knows everything.
He knows a lot of
He's
stuff.
the people's real estate man. We got the people's insurance man. We got the people's real estate man.
But when you're talking about insurance specifically, and you're talking about retirement, well, my daddy told me a long time ago, always pay yourself first.
You know,
So-
that's the smartest thing in the world.
Even if it's just a little bit, put something aside, pay yourself first. If you wait to pay yourself last, there's never enough left.
You got that right. Living proof.
I'm Paul Epstein with Epstein Insurance Services, and if you call me, I can help you with all of your insurance needs. I'm going to ask you questions. We're going to do it right. I'm not going to just write a policy. We're going to do it right for you. I'm at area code 951-687-1012. 951-687-1012. www.insuring4you.com. www.insuring4you.com.
Yeah, give Paul a call, because he'll save you money, teach you to save money, and you're going to have your insurance that you desperately need. I want to thank you for coming today. I only have the people's insurance man, or the people's real estate man. And the great thing is, like you said, you can sell all over California and Arizona and Nevada, right?
California and Nevada at this time.
Oh, okay.
We'll be moving into Arizona
And we'll be
shortly.
coming after you. Just go in your pocket. We're going to charge you a little bit. Not going to charge you like everybody else. Why? Because he's going to do your background check by asking you questions. And you'll tell him what you want, and he'll get your minimum price, because he's been in this business for 30 years. That's kind of old. But that's experience, too. Thanks, Paul.
Thank you, Tito.
We'll be back in a moment. I'm Tito Love, and let's tell him. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore.